Leah could have been an alternative, but Cassio works out perfectly fine too. Scaling mid laner, does well against the Ori. Usually, a lot of people would argue that Orianna does have the advantage in this matchup because you can use the ball to trade very effectively early on. And if you've ever seen Faker play this matchup, it's kind of brutal how well he manages his ball placement. So we'll have to track the mid. This time mid will actually be a lot more exciting. We can track it a little bit more.
I feel like Faker's a really poor guide to estimate how mid lane matchup goes. Interesting too, it feels like Misfits have just accepted that they may lose the lane here and are looking for later, more powerful scaling. The Cole coming out from Hansama.
Another roam coming out from the mid lane of Power of Evil. They did clear out the vision, but there is a sapling there to stave away the dive.
Cacao, the ball delivery system. Have to be careful, expecting to keep throwing the saps down. And decent poke, of course. Have to respect the Twisted Advance. And they have to respect the Kha'Zix. He's not level 6 yet, but Daisy's here as well. Could be a party. Shen's on the way in. They're in the middle of the fight. Mithy gonna go down for first blood. Daisy looking for the knockup. Trick is next on the menu. I don't think he's gonna make it out. Flash forward from Alfari. The shield. The burning down. No! He might make it! The dazzle! Not going to connect. Alfari is hungry for blood. At the end of the day, it's only one taken away from G2. Oh, Expect's gonna be in trouble. There's the ultimate from the Tark. They're not gonna take any damage. This is absolute disaster for Expect. But meanwhile, the G2 bottom lane's on the top side. Expect's buying so much time, but Ignar's going to tank that beautifully. Pull out with the clean tower dive, but what are they going to lose in exchange?
Well, they noticed that Sven and Mithy were already on the top side. They're likely going to get that turret, so they make the cross-map play. And even though they do lose that first tower blood, they're able to get themselves a kill. And really good use of the Taric ultimate to make that dive so clean and so efficient. Just your health bar will be really small as Cacao.
Oh, moving forward. Cacao's caught out on the side. He can't jump because of the miasma. Great pickup from Perks. Ignar's used the ultimate, but it may not matter. Mithy moving forward. Hook will be ready soon, but no flash is available. Not going to be slowed up as G2 pull back. Ocean, of course, at 20 minutes, not going to be a big deal for either squad, but a fight, a one fight, could be massive. And Mithy's the one who's going to be caught out. That's a snap in from the Orianna and going down from the support on the side of G2. Cacao now the one in trouble, but Daisy drops. Perks wants to get aggressive. The ult coming in from Taric. Is it going to be enough? 4 members invulnerable. Alfari is not, but Perks is the one who's going to get caught out. Curtain call on the backside. Hansama gets popped. That damage was insane coming in from Sven. Now the fight backs off. The fight stalls for a mere moment as Alfari's locked up. Miasma there as well, but Perks is getting ever lower. Trick just waddling along on the front side as G2 pull away. Really want to see who's going to be the next team to pull the trigger here, to look for the aggressive engages. Will it be the Ivern? Will it be that advantage and experience use? For now, G2 going to settle with trying to get down this mid lane tower. Flank gonna get used. That's a great ultimate, just as predicted. They did not expect the damage coming in there, but Perks still alive. Ignar gets burned down. Fancy footwork on the back half of that lantern. Curtain call going in. Shot goes wide, but Mithy on the front side. Hansama, Miasma going in. Cacao running for his life. Alfari's all alone with Daisy, looking for the third auto to knock him up. Now looking to knock him out of the fight. Sven! Flash forward, Cacao goes down. G2 instantly in control. Power of Evil is next on the menu. It doesn't matter how many you hit with that shockwave. G2 is here to play.
4-0 in favor of G2. Ignar doesn't even have a chance to get his ultimate off. And this is the utility that we were talking about. This is the scaling advantage that G2 have with the Ivern, and they have made it work.
Now backing in, we were nervous as to how the fights were going to unfold, but one overstep from Misfits, one over-aggressive engage from Power of Evil and Cacao. Means G2 will pull this away in the end. No tools to take it from range. Trick throws out the root collar, hoping to catch someone stepping forward. Spec now takes up home in the bottom lane, just using this Maokai split push. Will have the TP shortly. Fari with both the TP and the Stand United. Curtain call goes in. Ignar says no. He's going to make it out. Expect from the flank. That's the snare locking up, waiting on the ultimate to come down. They may be able to start a fight on their terms. Power of Evil not quite so lucky. Alfari caught in the front lines. Daisy goes out. Trick gets pulled back, but it makes the bar assault miss. That is disastrous for the team. Now the tower's going to fall. Redemption making it all too easy as the health bars go back to full.
2 ultimates, 3 ultimates actually used from the side of Misfits. And thanks to Redemption, all of it was for naught. Now with Daisy tanking up the turret, Cacao may very well go for a flank, but I think it's so risky when you look at how strong G2 is right now.
Of course. Can see the ward, can see the controller, but can't see Cacao. TP coming in to save the minion. Daisy pushing them off the tower. Mithy potentially in trouble. Cacao is on the flank. Not going to find the damage. The tower does fall in the favor of G2. 8K gold lead. Not even using the bushes too much. Will now put the Baron in the bush, actually, so that they cannot be spotted out. And Misfits are hesitating in the mid lane. They're not going to get anything here.
Nope. I mean, they're too scared to face check. The Shen, they're just too underleveled. They want to try and get an Ocean Drake back, but I feel like this is actually a big mistake because look at Misfits in the top lane.
They're just going to take everything from them. Alfari gets a tower, but the gold lead continues to grow in the favor of G2. This Ocean Drake isn't worth anything, and yet Misfits are willing to give up everything for it. A tower drops, an inhibitor now set to fall. Misfits looking down and out, mentality and focus broken as they take poor trade yet again. Now or never on that 5-man Orianna ultimate, and Daisy not going to let it happen. That was a beautiful knockup coming in. No follow-up. Alfari on the front line, exactly who they wanted, but Patience coming in. Perkz starting to cut through Cacao. He's going to have to jump to safety. Keep your eyes on Power of Evil.
He's dead.
Burns down, Deathfire and Grass. Perkz wanted to check those masteries. Looks like he checked right. Now moving forward. Shockwave not going to connect. That is disaster. And at the end of the day, maybe we expected more bloodshed. Maybe we expected more violence coming in, and G2 going to give it just a little more to close this one out, but it's clean, it's concise. G2 making sure to assert their dominance, just going to style on the remaining members of Misfits as they close out this game. Although I may have spoke too quickly.
They still have the Baron buff, they still have the minion waves coming in. G2 taking their time are likely going to take the final and third game.
Confident close from G2 and a somber story for the side of Misfits who wanted to top the charts, but it's G2 commanding games 2 and 3 to close out this series, 2-1 in their favor. Right about now.
Congratulations to G2 securing that first place spot in Group A. It was a long, slow series, but nevertheless, I feel like G2 definitely exerted their dominance over Misfits, especially in game.